it starts like this. I'm gonna add this in here like this. No rinse, no nothing. I do recommend you mineralize your substrate first. We sell our own substrate in-house, which we already do that for you, but I'm adding a ridiculous amount of soil to this because I want this to have a thick grow bed, because I'm gonna be ripping plants out of here all the time, which is gonna make a mess and I'm gonna lose some of it. So I'm using an above average amount of dirt in here. I don't recommend you use this much, but let's start here and then we're gonna get this rolling. Take it, spread it out like this, and you wanna get all the big clumps kind of worked through. Now we have a sifter in-house called the Pumpkin that we spin this out to get all the big chunks and stuff out, but this will work for here. This is a trick that you can do so your tank won't look like crap up front. The plants are gonna find the nutrients. So what you wanna do is you wanna go from here all the way, and you wanna leave about just a little half-inch trench along the front. That way all you're seeing, you're not gonna see the under substrate. You just wanna have a little area in front that you do not have substrate in. Follow the silicone line if you want. That's a nice way of doing it, but that's about the line you want to have in front. I'm running a little too thick in here, but I just feel like we pull so much plants out of this that I'm gonna lose it every kind of harvest we do. By the way, the tank next to me, we pulled out like 500 stems of val or something, so the demand is there. So we're going to increase our supply, and we're going to get this rocking here. So that is a super duper nutrient rich substrate right here. One thing that I didn't add, but let's do it to the top, I'm gonna add some crushed coral in there. We usually mix this in, but I'm gonna leave it on top. It's just an extra layer of protection here, but this is the crushed coral aragonite mix, and I'm adding this on top of what's gonna go to the paver sand, because this has the calcium, this has the magnesium, this has the strontium. How much is left, I don't know, because we do use this in our other basins, but I run it right here like this. Just a little dusting layer of that. Kind of get that all over the place. And that'll help with any the calcium, magnesium, strontium absorption going on. You can always add it later on top too, if you just want to have your substrate and you want to use crushed coral on top or whatever. It's a little discolored though, so I don't recommend you use the crushed coral as your top layer because it's white and the dirt is darker, and then if anything comes up it'll look like crap. But I'm using a capping layer of it. Now we're moving on to our paver sand. This is the paver sand. You can buy it at your Lowe's, you can buy it at your Home Depot. And what I like to do is I like to do one layer, I like to add the plants, and I like to do another layer on top of that. I haven't rinsed it. I'm gonna drain and fill this tank a bunch of times. I'm gonna start at the front up here because I wanna make sure that front part where you're gonna watch it and view it from is no dirt mixed in there. So I'm doing the front part up here, and then I'm gonna cap all of this. Here is the first layer of the cap. And now it is time for the plants. So this is our Leopard val. Leopard val doesn't melt, hardly melts at all. Now what I've got is I've got these big honker chunks of it, and I'm gonna plant this in the center and let it go out, and I'm gonna plant this through here like this and let this kind of go out on its own, but I want to like go a heavy in the center here because I want to watch it head out, and I'm leaving the root ball in here. Like I'm leaving all that soil intentionally in that because the plant's already like grown into it, so why disrupt what's already working? It doesn't have to figure out where to eat, what to eat, how to eat. It's already there. I'm gonna flip this forward, fill that in there, flip that back. And really, I've got so much of this that I could spread this out more, but I like to watch it send off runners on its own. So there's that. And I absolutely love this plant. It's doing great things. And you know, as I play with this val versus another val, you can tell it's a little bit thicker, a little more, it just handles the abuse better. Now, this val is the one that is the least likely to melt. I love these runners. Just for perspective of how much val, this is how much is going in here. My friend Andrew, turn around and show how much is left. Like, that's still to go. Like we're not even like, I could fill this thing up, I'm going to. I'll probably turn around and sell some of that, but this is it. This is the plant right here, boys and girls. what I'm doing is I'm kind of like roughly planting the plants in, and then I'm going to come in from again after and do another layer of sand. So this is just like the first round here. And what you want to do is you want to get the plants down into the soil. It's better to have more of the plant in the substrate than out of the substrate, even though it might look better, because if it's out of the, or it's down into the soil, it's already ready to eat. It's already down there where it needs to be. It doesn't need to grow down into it. And then I'm going to add more of this, and then add some more sand. Since I'm done with this batch, I'm going to slowly start the fill process. And how I do that is I lay like a bag or a rag or something down there, and then I'll slowly fill it as slow as you piss. I don't pee that slow, but we're gonna fill it slowly and watch for stuff to come up in the cap. And you gotta like watch out if you got something that's coming through, and it's gonna be nasty at first, and then it's gonna be beautiful.